Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Okay, let's keep going. Just about the list that I just gave you. Of course, there are more adjectives, but they are maybe like the most commonly used that we normally. But for example, beautiful is a normal adjective. So you can say very beautiful. But when you say
Mm,
something is, I don't know, stunning, you can
mm,
say, for example, it's very stunning because stunning is the highest degree of beauty. So you can say, I don't know, very. So it's not good to use very with it. So this is non-gradable and some other. But of course, uh, for example, sure. Do you think it's gradable or non?
mm, sure,
Sure.
sure,
Just try to
sure.
say, can you say very
I
sure?
think it non-gradable.
It's gradable because I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I'm really sure.
Yeah,
Really and very.
very. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we can use very sure.
Really,
Yeah,
really sure.
yeah.
Very sure, of course. So you can,
Oh,
yes.
that the first time I can see them.
Of course, because you don't need. Because you don't need,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when you say certain, how about this? Certain means
Mm,
very sure. Okay. And
mm,
let me say something. Very sure is very common and we use it a lot. So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
every day, of course, because this is informal. Informal and we
yeah,
normally when yeah. So, but
yeah,
if you want to be more just classy, you say, I'm absolutely sure. But very sure is
yeah.
really good. Yeah, I'm very sure. So yes. The sure is gradable, but certain, no. Certain means very sure. Let
Mm,
me ask you,
yeah.
interested, or interesting.
Very interesting.
Yes,
It's
definitely, yes,
incredible.
very,
Yeah,
yes, gradable. But when I say it's fascinating,
yeah,
yeah, that is fascinating means very
yeah,
interesting. So why we should say, yeah? Let me say,
yeah,
actually, about these adverbs, let me give you a funny tip that is so
yeah,
normally we call these adjectives like basic English because when you're learning for IELTS, when you learn for
yeah,
IELTS, okay,
yeah.
it's like when you say don't say cold, say freezing. The meaning is
Mhm.
different. The meaning is
Uh-huh.
different, but
Yeah,
people, this is misunderstanding because they are, as you can see, some classy words like freezing, boiling,
yeah,
starving. They are hot, cold.
yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I'm still basic. Yeah,
That mean maybe I use very cool. I only get 6.0,
definitely, definitely,
but I use freezing. That mean I can get 7.0.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is IELTS, of course, yes. So for IELTS, we don't
Mm,
use. We
mm,
can, but of course we don't. So we need to boost scores.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and even more advanced. We have more
Yeah,
advanced.
but yeah, but we and I can I think use very and adjective it's really common and
Of
really
course.
easy to use.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely yes. And let me say something. Very, because I don't know why. I sometimes watch
yeah,
some videos on YouTube. Teachers say, don't say very, it's too basic. No, it's not. It's very common, yeah? Commonly used, the most commonly used adverb that we use a lot. And we say in
yeah,
daily
yeah.
conversation, always we use very, really. Just it's okay. Sometimes we don't. For example, I'm exhausted. Of course, it's perfect, but
Mhm.
what? Okay, very tired. We say,
Yeah,
yeah, why not? So they
yeah.
are, and easy. You tell me when something is easy. Easy is gradable or non-gradable?
Easy is gradable.
Definitely yes. Now, if I want to give you something like better, effortless. Effortless is,
Uh,
of course,
uh-huh.
non-gradable.
Yeah,
It's yeah. Can you
yeah,
see? Actually, the look, the way that we
yeah,
write it, effortless. It's so different.
yeah,
So yes, they are not
yeah,
gradable. This is
yeah.
not a rule, but it's like, I don't know, just a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool because yeah, lists it sort them in a system and I easy to find.
Of
than
course,
in some
of
situation.
course.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, because
example, yeah,
you know sometimes I know the freezing or I know the thrills
yeah,
and animals
yeah,
impossible, but yeah, but I'm not sure the situation I can use.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, it's
yeah,
better. And let me say something. If you say very, of course, grammatically, it's not
yeah,
correct. But it
yeah,
doesn't mean that, okay, so native speakers can understand. So yeah, they can, we definitely understand, but it's not.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
grammatically correct, so we don't use. So, as you can see, these actually adjectives are more classy, like, I don't know, so, but they're just to some simple. For example, when we say, let me see, bad.
Mhm.
Of course, it's gradable, right? But
Yeah, yeah,
when
readable.
I
Yeah.
say, when I say it's awful, awful
Uh-huh.
means very bad. Yeah, can
Yeah.
you see? This is very bad. So, yeah. Or terrible, for example. We don't say it's very terrible. Terrible means very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this
Terrible.
way. Yeah, terrible means very bad. And just this. So you don't need to. Of course, knowing these adjectives is really useful because, we use them, especially boiling, and they're so good, natural, and we use them. But this
Mm,
way you can, yeah, just uh,
mm,
figure out if they are gradable or non-gradable. Okay.
mm.
Well, and now do you have any questions related to this adjective
Mm.
verbs?
Do you have any the table on some or list uh, for gradable and non-gradable?
Oh, it's like, no, you want them. So it's like,
That yeah, that mean I need
of
more
course.
than gradable and non-gradable.
Okay, so I think, yeah, I will try to because I need to think because there is no list, just I'm thinking. So let
Yeah,
me think if I try to make a list, but you need to remind me
yeah,
because I definitely forget.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yes. Okay, so I will try to make a list for you, but it's not something I should type them. So I will
yeah,
make a list and then I will send.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and the next one, let's see. Use adverbs and adjectives to respond to the statement. It's absolutely ridiculous that the bank won't lend us any money. Okay, example. The bank has refused to give us a loan. So this is the first one. And the next one, what's it like working for yourself? So answer it. You can use one of these adverbs or adjectives. So it's your choice.
Mm.
For example, if you want to answer, what's like working for yourself?
Mm. It's it's extremely work.
It's extremely hard.
Extremely. Yeah, that mean I mean the very hard work, very hard
Ah,
work.
okay. So
And
you don't need to say very hard work. It's very hard.
yeah,
Okay. It's very
it,
hard. Okay. If you want to use,
but
yeah.
yeah, but I want to use non-gradable adverb in this situation. And what would I would mean I should to him.
Okay, you mean that, for example, very hard work. So
Mm,
extremely, if you want to. So
yeah,
impossible, extremely hard. Okay.
extremely
So yeah, of
yeah,
course, extremely hard, very
yeah,
hard. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
This way you can say. It's quiet. If not very, you can say it's quiet, hard. So you can
Mm-hmm.
use,
Yeah,
yeah. So because hard is gradable. If you want to give, for example, impossible, it means very hard. But here we can't use it. It's not good to use impossible work. Okay. So
yeah,
come,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and impossible mean it really It's
Very
really
hard.
hard.
Very
And
hard
they
is impossible.
and most of them is not exist in the real situation, right?
Yeah, of course, definitely yes. It's like most of them are commonly used. Okay, and
Yeah,
we use them a lot because they make, for example, freezing, it's so boiling. So of course we use them a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yes. And for example, for hard, as I told you, you
Mm,
can say impossible, but not everywhere. Here, extremely hard makes sense. You're talking about your
yeah.
job, so why
Mm,
not? Okay,
mm,
so this one. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I've just been nominated for the Entrepreneur of the Year award. So it's
Mm, mm. And it's it the uh it's recognition for our for my absolutely in for my absolutely work.
yeah, it's okay. No, you should say it's absolutely perfect,
Mm-hmm.
interesting, exciting. So it's really exciting, or absolutely, for example, perfect, really
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Okay, so because yeah, it's like a recognition for
Oh,
a
mm-mm.
perfect job. Yes, of course, you can say this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and then the next one, our business startup is losing okay, 50,000 euro a week.
Mm, it is
It's terrible,
yeah, terrible, yeah.
of course. It's terrible.
Really terrible. It is really terrible.
Really, no, I don't say
Ah,
yeah, it's not absolutely
terrible is non-gradable, right?
definitely, yeah, of course, non-gradable. So terrible means
Yeah,
very bad. Terrible
yeah,
means very bad. So it's,
yeah.
yeah, oh, it's extremely shocking. Or if you want to say shocking bad,
Mm.
maybe outrageous.
Completely outrageous.
Of
Outrageous.
course, yes, it's, yeah, of course, it's completely outrageous. Yeah, of course. Absolutely, completely, yeah, of course. Totally,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And the investors wanted an 80% share of my new business in return for the money.
It's
It's
yeah,
high. It's high, but
yeah. It really high. Yeah,
incredibly high. Yeah, you
incredible.
can't believe it. You can't believe incredibly high.
Mm, mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
of course, so high. Yeah, of course, incredibly is better. Okay, because you notice high is actually gradable. So we can say
yeah.
very high. But here, when say it's very high is okay. But if you want to say that I don't believe it, so I can also say incredibly high. So very high.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but high is gradable, so you can.
And yeah. Uh, I have a question.
Sure.
What's what the which adverbs together with adjective for example when we use incredible uh
Incredible, incredible.
yeah and that mean for example extremely and with adjective together with extremely
So,
for example good or helpful or high or long or hot.
extremely, extremely.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
extremely means very. You can use it with any, like for example, extremely
uh-huh,
hot,
yeah, yeah,
extremely cold, extremely
yeah,
funny. So it means
yeah,
very. So you can use it for
yeah,
with, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For
No
example,
no rule,
yeah.
no rule for the adjective.
Yeah, of course. It's like, what adjectives? No, you can use with different adjectives. There is no rule that,
Yeah,
okay, you have to use with this because extremely means very.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Now,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
need to pay attention. Okay.
Mm.
What adjective, okay, with extremely makes sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
So
that's
that
right.
is really important because, for example, when I say extremely hot, that is perfect, means very
Mm.
hot. Okay. So I can use it. And when I say extremely cold, okay, so we can, but let me say something. Actually, extremely is like, because I need to explain it, intensifier. So it's something different. I will explain it later. So it can be used with both gradable and non-gradable adjectives. So this is intensifier, okay? It's very strong degree, okay? For example,
Yeah,
with the most commonly used, hot, cold, difficult, tall. Hot, cold,
yeah,
difficult, tall. But
yeah,
with non-gradable, exhausted is good. Impossible, yes.
mm,
Delighted, extremely delighted, because very
yeah,
happy, you want to say. Terrified is good. So you
yeah.
have this common, okay? But as I told you, this is intensifier. So it's like gradable adjective and many non-gradable adjectives. So because we want to emphasize, okay, strength of
Mm,
something. This is strong.
mm,
So extremely, absolutely, completely. These three, they are called intensifier. And they can be used with both gradable and non-gradable, but extremely both, absolutely non-gradable, completely non-gradable, because they're really strong. Okay? This way. But there is no, they are more common, like exhausted. Yeah. So hot, cold. We normally use hot, cold,
mm, mm.
difficult, tall,
Yeah,
tall.
mm,
They're good. Yeah. Well, and
yeah,
this one. Okay. Uh, so this is business idea. So, okay. How successful could it be? Okay. So it's like, these two business ideas, so we can talk about them. But we should, because let me see, choose one of these business ideas, or your own idea. What's your
yeah,
opinion of the business idea and how successful could it be? What help might someone need setting up this business? Okay, so we have, for example, a collapsible scooter that you can take on the train or put in boot of your just car to use in busy cities to avoid traffic. You plan to import these scooters from the US and sell them to customers in your own country. So this is a business like idea. So what do you think about it? Do you find it useful, good?
yeah. But I have to take time to
Of
read
course.
them there again. Mm, a flat, a self service. That mean what is that service?
Okay. Fleet of self-service pay-as-you-go cars, as you can see. So this is the meaning
Uh,
of it. Okay,
yeah.
so yes, yes.
That mean it's a car for rent, but it
Yeah,
managed by
yeah,
it managed by a system and customer can got into and
yeah.
rent them
Of
by input
course.
a pin,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Fleet of
Yeah.
self-service. Of course, it means you do. This is self-service and pay go. Pay as you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah.
Special PIN number to access, of course.
Yeah. I think it's my opinion.
Yeah,
Uh, I think the first
yeah,
idea may be possible
yeah.
in my city, Hanoi, Vietnam,
Of
because
course.
I think the traffic in Hanoi very terrible.
Oh,
Terrible, not very, right?
of course, not very excellent. Yes,
Yeah,
it's really, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Traffic in Hanoi is terrible. So the government they invest a lot of money to build a new infrastructure. For example, the some public transportation. That mean they can they only uh, um they only take the transportation from the station,
Yeah,
and they have to walk and they have to work from the station out, go to their home and go to their office. That mean they have some demand to
yeah,
use a scooter to go in the short
yeah, of course,
destination. So
of
I
course.
think maybe
Yeah.
it's possible in our city.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. So it can be a good one, especially because it's like collapsible, so you can fold it.
Yeah,
So of course
yeah,
you can easily take it everywhere. That is really good.
yeah,
So
yeah,
portable,
yeah,
it's portable, so you can easily take it everywhere. That is perfect. So you don't have any
yeah,
problem, even if you don't have car. So you don't have any
yeah.
problem with, yeah, taking them everywhere.
Yeah, they hybrid and mixing from public station and collapsible scooter.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah,
So I think it's really good idea. But about, of course, the self-service. Yeah, it's not only about renting or, for example, using cars. So you know that we have this when actually any just vehicle company so can offer this. Like I don't know, it's like
mm.
you can do something just by yourself. You don't need to get help from staff. So this is, of
Yeah,
course, here. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
yes, actually in crowded areas, no, it's not a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think. Well, so uh let's keep going. We have a
yeah,
listen, but I think we don't have time to listen and complete.
yes,
So let's talk about
yeah,
this. Now, let's talk about problems, okay, or challenges might the business. So we talked about this one. So let's see what challenges or problems do you think
yeah.
you may face? Like,
I think the problem, the big problem uh, in a collapsible scooter that's the scooter should be small and light, not heavy, because they can it take it into take it with them when they go home and then we got into the office. Yeah, and the second one, that's the battery may be good good enough for their destination
yeah.
in a day. Yeah,
So it's like actually about the first one, actually it's portable, so we don't have problem with just
yeah,
the first part. But about maybe battery life
yeah,
or even because you are actually importing something from another
yeah,
country, maybe be due to tax or something like this. Actually, the price,
yeah,
maybe the price. Uh,
yeah,
can be problem. Some people can't
yeah,
afford it, so we need to actually have an affordable price as well as
yeah,
quality. Maybe this one, yeah, but totally, it's really good idea. Well,
yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah.
I think it may have a problem in my city that the infrastructure is not support, because when because sometimes it's rain, it's
Ah,
maybe not work because because
got it. You
yeah,
get totally, of course, wet,
yeah,
and yeah, of course,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe it's a problem.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely
Yeah,
is. Yeah, of course. So it's
Yeah,
really important. So when it's just like, you see that there's just water flowing in the street, of course
yeah,
you can't use it. So
yeah,
yes, definitely yes. Especially when you want
yeah,
to go just to work and then you
yeah,
see that, yeah, your pants like they're totally dirt. So of course it doesn't work, I think. No, it's not a
yeah,
good idea. Okay.
yeah.
Maybe we can, I don't know if, of course we can talk about it. I don't know, maybe special like footwear to wear on your pants. Who knows? Like this, maybe change style of it.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
be.
yeah,
Okay, so let's skip this topic for now. Don't
yeah,
forget, if I forget, you remind me because I would definitely just start next class. I definitely forget everything. So you will remind
yeah,
me to send you the list of
yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I can.
Of course, thank you so much and have a
Yeah,
great walking day. And of course, see
yeah.
you.
Thank you. See you
You're
on next time.
welcome. You're welcome. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.